Hi, my name is Shiloh Lawrence. I'm going to be your instructor this semester for Math 171 Pre-Calculus Algebra Online. I just wanted to introduce myself and welcome you to the class, and I have a couple of preliminary things I wanted to share with you that are really important to get started off correctly with the semester. First of all, you absolutely need the textbook, which is Pre-Calculus Graphs and Models by Bittinger, Beecher, Ellenbogen, and Penna. If you buy this book at the bookstore, there will be a code on your front cover allowing you access to where all of our online homework and tests will be. If you buy your book somewhere else, it most likely will not come with that code, and you will have to purchase it with a credit card or a PayPal account on your own when you log into My Labs Plus for the first time. So you will need a book, you will need an access code, or you will not be able to do any of the work for the semester. You need a graphing calculator. Mine is a TI-83, which is a little bit older model, but it's perfectly fine. There are also some TI-82s floating around out there, maybe at pawn stores or traded or things like that. That's perfectly fine as well for what we're going to be doing this semester. Or a TI-84, which is the newer model. All three of them have the exact same buttons, and when I go through tutorials on how to do things, you'll be able to follow along exactly what I'm doing if you have a TI-82, 83, or 84. The last thing I put together, and this is from experience of teaching online classes for several years, one of the most important things you need to do this semester is stay very organized and not procrastinate. So what I have put together here is a 3-ring binder, and at the front of the 3-ring binder I have your list of major assignments and due dates. This document is available on our Moodle page right at the very top. That's the very first page I have in here. The second page is all of my contact information. It's got my email address, my office phone number, my office location, and my office hours on here. So that's also something good to have handy if you are in the middle of a homework assignment and you run into trouble. You don't have to spend 30 minutes figuring out how to get a hold of me. The other document I have in here is our syllabus. Probably the most important thing, besides again the textbook and the calculator information, is the course grade information, the different categories of the assignments that we're going to have this semester, and then the breakdown of how your final grade is going to be determined. A lot of the other things in the syllabus are pretty standard, and you're going to see them in all of your syllabi. One thing that's very important to note: the summer semester goes by very, very quickly, and there are no room for extensions. We do have a week off the week of 4th of July, and I usually let people have the opportunity to open up some old assignments at that point if they want to improve on their grade or if they had missed one and they don't want to have a 0. So we don't have any assignments scheduled for the week of 4th of July. So I'll usually post something in Moodle saying, let me know if you want any assignments open for 4th of July break to catch up if you fall behind on anything. So there is attendance and makeup policy here that says there's absolutely no exceptions with extensions and missing assignments. And that's really important in the summer just because things move so quickly. We only have 8 weeks. There's a statement on the NCC Student Conduct Code, as well as cheating and plagiarism. Some important information about communication between me and the students. I will always do my absolute best to get back to you right away, usually, but I definitely will at least get back to you within 24 hours of you emailing me or calling me if you want to leave a voicemail. I'm on campus full-time during the summer, so you can call me and leave a voicemail if I don't answer, and I will get it usually the same day. There's also information on here on how to log into your various Nash Community College accounts. You have a student email account that automatically was set up for you, and it's very important that you are able to get in there and use that. That is the default email that I send everything to, and you will get at least one email from me a week with reminders and updates and due dates and things like that. There's some information in here on how to log into WebAdvisor, where you can look at course grades, not individual assignment grades for this class, but like overall course grades for transcripts and things like that, and where you can sign up for classes for the following semester, or even if you need to order transcripts, things like that. There's some information about our advising center, some information about logging into Moodle, which is also extremely important because everything that we do every single week, you are going to start in Moodle to see the list of assignments. If I have any supplementary videos or notes or worksheets that will help with you understanding the material, I will post it in Moodle. So that should always be the first place you start every week, is to log into Moodle and see what's going on that week. And then most of the time you'll switch over to our MyLabs Plus website, which is where all of your homework and tests are. But there are assignments in Moodle to do as well, and I'll remind you of that every week. There's instructions on how to get into MyLabs Plus, which again is where all of our homework and tests are going to be. If you have any special needs, if you need extended testing time or a note taker, sign language interpreter, things like that, there's some information here on who to contact on our campus for that. Inclement weather policy, some information about our math tank, which is pretty much our math tutoring center. I am in the math tank over the summer on Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and you are more than welcome to come by and see me if you have any questions or you need any help and you would rather do it face-to-face rather than through phone or email. You are more than welcome to come on campus and see me. Page number 4, it looks like, are some different websites that NASH pays a subscription for, where you could possibly find some help. One of them is tutor.com. Another one is Smart Thinking, NC Live. And then there's some information at the bottom about contacting the help desk if you get locked out of your Moodle account or your email account, things like that. The very last page is just the list of topics that we're going to cover this semester, and it says the chapter and the section and the name of the section. And we're going to be going exactly in this order. Our first test is going to cover chapter 1 and 2. Second test will cover chapter 3. Third test will cover chapter 4. Fourth test will cover chapter 5. And then our fifth test will cover chapter 9. And then we'll have a comprehensive final exam. So all of this stuff is available on our Moodle site. If you are viewing this video on Tuesday, good for you for getting ahead. The Moodle site will be available first thing tomorrow morning, and you can jump on in and get started. A few other things I have in this notebook are some dividers and some paper ready to go. It is really important that you keep all of your notes and your work very organized as you work through the sections in our textbook and as you work through the homework assignments. Your tests are going to have questions directly from the homework. So if you keep track of these problems that you're working and take some notes next to them as to what you're doing and why you're doing it and how you do it, you will have all of this at your fingertips when it comes time to take your test, and hopefully you will do amazing, and you will hopefully alleviate some test anxiety. So I've got this one ready to go. It's got 10 different sections and 10 different tabs right now. You might need more, you might need less, it's up to you. I've already labeled my first tab homework number 1 and wrote the sections that are going to be in there. You can also print your homework assignments, and some people like to do that. You can print your homework assignments and write out your work and your answer directly on the paper. That way, when it comes to test time, you can kind of scroll through those printouts and find the similar question and exactly how you did it and whatever notes you had taken to help you along. Now, the numbers or the functions or things like that might have changed, but how to do the problem, no matter what numbers or what functions are in there, you should take some notes on that and keep it very nice and neat and organized and handy. The last thing I wanted to tell you that's going to be really important this semester is to not procrastinate. We have at least 2 assignments due every single week, but I only made 1 due date. So every week we're going to have assignments due by the end of the day at midnight on Tuesdays. And I did Tuesdays. That way, if people wanted to work on them over the weekend, they still had throughout the day on Monday and Tuesday to get some last minute help if they needed it. So you see week number 1. I know you probably can't see on my video, but you'll be able to see it in the Moodle document. You have a syllabus quiz, which is just 10 multiple choice questions, just to make sure that you reviewed the information in the syllabus. In Moodle, it also asks you to send me an email from your NashCC Google account. That way I know that you're able to access your email account. We have an easy little discussion board that's titled Getting to Know Each Other. And then homework number 1 and homework number 2. So all of this stuff only has one due date, but there's no way that you can start that stuff on Tuesday at 5 and have it all done by midnight and understand it. Because the very next week, the first thing we have is our test number 1 on chapter 1 and 2. So it's really important that you work on your math several days a week, spread it out a little bit, take breaks often, chunk it up into pieces, maybe half an hour at a time, or 20 minutes, take a break 20 minutes over multiple days throughout the week. Don't try to get all of this stuff done in one day, even though there's only one due date for the week. So again, this document, this schedule of major assignments, this is available in Moodle, and you can print it out, and I strongly encourage you to print it out and keep it somewhere safe where you know it's going to be. Everything in Moodle and MyLabs Plus has a due date attached to it that should be obvious, but the more places you have it, the better. That way you don't miss any assignment dates. So I just want to welcome you to the class, and again, I'm full-time on campus all summer, so if you prefer face-to-face, you're more than welcome to come and see me in the Math Tank on Wednesdays. I'm teaching another class that lasts most of mid-morning into early afternoon on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, but I also have some free time on Fridays if anybody needs free time on Fridays to come and see me as well. I've also got 2 office hours scheduled for online via Google Hangout, and as long as you're able to log into your student email account, then you can also use Google Hangout, and I'll make another video going through exactly how to do that, so that once a week, if anybody wants to chit chat with me real time, we can do that. And I have a screen I can pull up on my computer and I can write on and work out problems or show you things, or direct you to some good videos, or make my own videos. I have a lot of my own videos in Moodle for this class as well. So welcome. I hope you have a good, productive, hardworking semester, and I'm going to stay in contact with you very often and try to keep you on track. So I would make yourself a notebook and decide right now that you are not going to procrastinate, and you're going to stay nice and organized. And if you find that you need help, you're going to get help right away, because those are going to be the keys to being successful this semester. If you need any other incentive, I will tell you that this is the very last semester that we're using this textbook. So if you don't pass the class this semester, you will have to buy a brand new textbook next semester. So we're all going to get through it this semester and not have to do that. So call me on my office phone, email me, come by. I would like to meet each and every one of you if we have that opportunity, and best of luck. Bye.